Hello, everyone. This is Beastly Eel again. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the latest in The Bad Batch. The new episode aired tonight. Today, I watched it tonight. And we're going to be talking about it. So, as always, we're going to talk about what happened, and then we're going to go on to move on to what I think is going to happen in the future of the season. So, it starts off pretty similar to where it ended. We see Hera's parents in prison. They're basically imprisoned in there and being called traitors. Now, traitors, the reason why that becomes such a huge issue is because that has the potential of causing them to be put to death. Granted, there will be a trial where they could defend their case, but realistically, they don't know what's going to happen. They could just get killed too, even though there's supposed to be a court. But anyway, that's where they are. So they're looking for Hera, and they're refusing to tell them where she is. The head clone of the fort offered to go look for her, and the head Imperial officer said no. He already has a squad on it. And that's where he sends Crosshair's team out there looking for her. So Crosshair's team starts looking for her. Hera realizes that she's kind of doomed if she doesn't get help. So she uses Chopper to send a message to the only person she knows outside her planet, which happens to be Omega. So she sends a distress signal to them. They get it. Hunter's not happy that Omega did that, but Omega's like, well, we're supposed to help people. That's what soldiers do. And he finally just doesn't argue with her anymore and decides to go to help. So they meet Hera in this old abandoned fort. Or outpost, sorry. An old abandoned outpost. And she explains the situation. Hunter was not a fan of everything that was happening, but he agreed to check things out. So they go checking things out, and they're at this gathering where the entire peoples were listening to the head Imperial officer explain the terrorist act done by Hera's parents and cohorts. He twisted it so they sound like the bad guys, obviously, because that's his job. So the 4, 5, 6 of them are watching what's happening, and they realize Crosshairs is there. And that terrifies them all, specifically the Bad Batch, because they know how powerful he is. So Hunter kills kills is such a weird thing, destroys a security drone, realizes that they're going to be caught, and they go to run away. Crosshairs realizes that his brothers are there, and he's ready to take them out. So the group gets away, and they kind of discuss what's happening, and they basically say to Hera, yeah, no, we're out. This is messed up. We're not going to be able to beat Crosshairs, and there's more military there than anything else. And Hera's like, no, we need to save them. And he's like, it's a suicide mission, and it's not worth it. And she goes, it's not worth it for you. So Omega and Hera talk, and Omega basically explains to Hera that they need to come up with a plan for Hunter to agree to. So they come up with a plan. They present it to Hunter. Hunter agrees. So they split up. Wrecker and Tech were going to technically go with Omega and Hera. Omega and Hera were responsible for shutting down all the turrets. Wrecker and Tech were in charge of destroying them, while Hunter and Echo were going after the parents to save them. So Chopper's job is to shut down the security system. He gets captured. So Hera and Omega steal a ship. They start blasting stuff. They hit their power core, I believe, blew it up and shut down all power. That's when Hunter. That's when Tech and Wrecker came in with their ship, blowing everything up. And now everyone was on high alert to get everyone to the refinery, which is where they were attacking. Everyone left except for Crosshair's squad, because Crosshair found it weird that they were being attacked there. So he put two and two together that they must be going after Hera's parents. And he decides to go to the only exit that he's aware of to stop them. So he has basically a firing squad ready for them to come out. Inside, Hunter and Echo take out a bunch of stormtroopers, and they go in and take out, get everybody who was imprisoned out of there. So they start running away, and what they notice, they're ready to go out the one exit that they know of. And the head trooper, or the head clone trooper, stopped them and said, "Don't go out there, it's a suicide mission. They have everyone out there ready to kill you." And there's a lot of back and forth about not trusting him, blah, blah, blah. But then he goes, "I'll take care of them. You go and get the only ship that's left," which apparently was the Senators. So they go run up there while he goes to distract his men. So he goes out there and tries to talk to them and try to explain to them that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. We were sent here to help, and all we've done is cause more damage. So some of his brothers drop down their arms. They all get arrested and get sent away. Then we see the ship pop out of the building and they fly off. Everyone escapes. Crosshairs is not happy, and he goes up to the, after everything, goes up to the head Imperial officer and asks for permission to hunt down Squad 99. And he gets confirmation to do so. So he's thrilled. While this is going on, the Bad Batch says goodbye to Hera and her parents, and that's the end. Oh, and the Bad Batch does not take the money, and they just let them go. And so that's how the episode ends. So, let's talk about where we're going here. Well, one, we didn't find out how Hera's mother died, which is interesting. I thought she was going to die this episode. She did not. The other thing, not all the troopers are bad, which is making me question, did Order 66 only last for so long? Is it now that time has passed that the Order 66 isn't working completely? Are we seeing it fade a little bit? And if so, does that mean Crosshairs could be more likely to be good? Granted, we know he's getting kind of upgraded stuff all the time. He's getting kind of zapped all the time into his inhibitor chip to kind of keep him in the line. But the rest of them, I mean, they were a significant amount of clones that were not following orders. And good soldiers follow orders. So it's definitely interesting to see that and wondering why that is. Does that mean the clones are going to start rebelling against them? If so, does that mean they're going to start killing clones? All these I have no idea the answer, which is part of the problem. We have no idea what's going on for that. So we have that going on. And then we know Crosshairs is going to go after him. But now we don't know if Crosshairs is going to try to kill him or try to join them back. Because we're not quite positive on what's happening with Order 66 and the inhibitor chips. So we now have this weird loosey-goosey area of not quite knowing what's going to happen. All we know, there's going to be some sort of confrontation between Crosshairs and the Bad Batch. And not quite sure how that's going to go. Yeah, so a lot more questions than answers in this one. Like, how does Hera's mother die? Does the inhibitor chip wear off? And, hey, was Chopper always a jerk? Simple questions we always ask ourselves, and we just, unfortunately, can't get an answer still. So, as always, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below, and tell me what you thought about the episode. Where do you think the season is going to end towards? I mean, I'm not quite positive, to be honest with you. I'd like to hear what you think. Please put something in the comments. I'll be glad to respond. We're more than halfway through the month, which means I got, only less than half of my videos that need to be done, which is great. So make sure you watch all of them, and hopefully you like them all. This is BCEL signing out. Have a good night.